Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we are reviewing the Logitech G610 Orion Blue Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. This keyboard will be available for Mac and Windows in September 2016. At the time of the recording of this video, the MSRP is to be set at $119.99 US or $209.95 Australian. The latest addition to Logitech's mid-range G610 Orion keyboard line is the Orion Blue. This keyboard features genuine Cherry MX Blue switches with the already established G610 Orion design. The keyboard is encased in a matte plastic shell for fingerprint resistance. The sides of the keyboard are shiny, which is a visually pleasing contrast at the cost of attracting fingerprints. As a person who tends to deal with very sweaty and oily hands, I would have preferred the keyboard to be matte throughout. The keyboard features 6 feet of snag-resistant braided cable terminating in a USB 2.0 plug. Underneath the keyboard are 5 rubber pads to keep the keyboard stable. There are 2 sets of keyboard legs in a really neat nesting design set at 4 and 6 degrees. I found the keyboard is very stable at 0 and 6 degrees, but has a little less grip at 4 degrees, likely because of the smaller rubber feet. While this is a standard keyboard layout without extra macro keys, this is not a light keyboard at all. It's a hefty 1.26 kilos with what I'm guessing is a very sturdy metal plate inside. The keyboard only comes in white LEDs, which I think gives the keyboard a very professional and subdued look. The LED color and brightness for the mechanical keys, the Logitech G logo, and the lock indicators are all very similar. However, the dedicated media keys are a little on the blue and dim side for some reason. I definitely like how the Logitech G software provides quite a bit of granular control for the lighting. The lock key lights are huge, and you can probably tell if the caps lock is on from space, which is really good. No one likes being internet yelled at, even by accident. The Logitech G610 Orion Blue keyboard is using Cherry MX Blues, hence the name. There is also variants using the Cherry MX Brown and Red key switches. The blues are clicky and tactile switches, which means there's a bit of a bump when the key actuates, and it's a pretty noisy keyboard. Brown and red switches are probably the more popular choice for gaming keyboards due to their low actuation force, but there is a small and loyal following of gamers who do enjoy using blues. Traditionally, the blue switches are considered typist switches, but some people do prefer the higher actuation force, me included. The keyboard uses genuine Cherry MX Blue switches, which are considered the gold standard that all other switches are measured by. Here's an audio sample of me using this keyboard to type the script for this review. I really like the layout of this keyboard. I'm a huge fan of the dedicated media keys. They feel like they're using the same sort of mechanical switches you find in a mouse. The keyboard also has a very chunky and rubberized wheel for volume control, which definitely makes adjusting the volume a lot easier compared to media keys that piggyback on the function keys. The gaming mode has its own dedicated key. When engaged, it will disable whatever keys are set in the software, such as the dreaded Windows key. Additionally, we'll switch the function keys into macro keys. I think it's a good way of handling macros for keyboards that don't have a dedicated set of macro keys. The function keys are close enough to the WASD cluster that you'll actually use them, and there's enough keys to bind whatever your mind can come up with. The keyboard does struggle with longer keys, such as the shift and backspace. When the key is pressed off-center, it needs a lot more force to actuate the keys. The G610 uses Cherry MX leveling mechanisms that has wire stabilizers attached to the PCB and Cherry-style post on top that makes it a lot easier to remove the keys when compared to a traditional stabilizer. In keyboards using similar stabilizers, keys struck off-center do need a little extra force to push down on, but the G610 needs way more force than any keyboard I've used previously. While it's not completely unusable, the extra force required is quite noticeable, and it does take a little bit to get used to. On the software side, Logitech continues to shine with the Logitech G software. Hands down, I think this is the best software suite out there for gaming peripherals. The layout is really well thought and easy to understand, and navigation is a breeze. Users are given some really in-depth options for lighting, and best of all, the options for G keys are vast. If it wasn't for the force needed to press the long keys off-center, I would say the Logitech G610 Orion Blue should be everyone's first choice for a mid-range gaming keyboard. It's got a classy and appealing design, the dedicated media keys rock, and it's all backed up by the fantastic Logitech G software. Unfortunately, those long keys turn a perfect typing experience into a very good one. So I'm awarding the Logitech G610 Orion Blue Mechanical Gaming Keyboard 8 capsules out of 10. If you want to read our full review, be sure to check out the link in the description or in the video's card. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie from Capsule Computers signing off. Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to Capsule Computers for more videos. If you're looking for more videos to watch, check out Victor's review for the card game Destiny here on the bottom left. If you want to check out a review of a video game you definitely want to avoid, then check out my review of Ghostbusters here in the center. And if you want to watch the unboxing video for the Logitech G610 Orion Blue keyboard, check it out here on the bottom right.